Hey, Freedom Wing. Chief and I wanted to reach out to you and say hi to you and check in. I hope you and your families are doing well. I hope you're safe and healthy. We wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming July UTA, present some information to you so that you know what to expect. As you know me, I always say let's manage expectations. So we're going to cover some things here and so you have the best information you can for you and your family, right? So you know it's been a busy time in addition to this COVID mania that we have going on. It's been a busy time with the, not only did we have 3 of our members that were selected for the Air Force Reserve Command Outstanding Airman of the Year Awards, but Tech Sergeant Ganzert from the 78th Air Refueling Squadron was selected as one of the 12 Air Force Outstanding Airman of the Year for 2020. That is awesome.
It is, sir. She will actually be recognized amongst the entire Air Force at AFA in September.
That is really cool, and such an honor for Sergeant Ganser. She's going to be a great ambassador for the reserves. So in an effort to meet Air Force Reserve Command General Scobie's intent to get our members back to work, we are increasing the number of members that are allowed to participate on the July UTA. So June UTA went very, very well. We had no known positive COVID cases that were reported from it, so that's good. We're going to follow some of the same protocols that we followed during that UTA, and people were, I was very pleased with it. My guidance was, let's be like stealth ninjas. Come in there quietly, get our training done, leave quietly, and Monday comes and nobody knows we were even here. So they did a great job for that, right? So let's try to do the same thing for the July UTA.
So we are going to modify a few of our procedures to continue to protect you, our airmen.
So members may travel to base this time via motor vehicle, train, or commercial airlines.
If you are using commercial transportation, you must wear a mask.
So here's the baseline of what I'm saying to say those folks that cannot come to base.
So those members who are sick or have been sick in the last 14 days.
Those members who tested positive for COVID-19 since the June UTA.
Those members living with a family member who is immunocompromised.
And those members who reside in one of the following 16 states as of yesterday for the New Jersey governor's information was Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Florida, and Georgia, Iowa, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, and Nevada, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Utah. And yes, we have people in a lot of those states, right? So we're thankful that they make that effort to come out here every UTA. So commanders can be more restrictive on attendance for this. They can limit more people if they have a reason to. I'm allowing commanders to be commanders. Commanders can also request an exception to this policy from me, and we can discuss that where it makes sense. I'll grant the exception to policy. So one other thing I would ask that only you can answer based upon where you live and where areas that you transit, right? With an FPCON mindset, I would like people to consider wearing civilian clothes when they travel to base to avoid being singled out, right? We're in a crazy time right now, and I want to make sure that you are protected when you travel to and from the base. So I'll allow that. You'll be given time to change into your military uniform when you get to base. So those not allowed to come to the UTA based upon that guidance that I gave or some policies that we're going to talk about here in a second, they will be able to complete a virtual UTA, right? They got to have a written training plan so that, again, we can go back afterwards, and if there's ever an audit on all the things we did, we can go, this is exactly what this person did to make sure that they got paid, all right? So I think that's fair.
Yes, sir. So for those that are attending, breakfast and lunches are pre-ordered again. and will be delivered to your units. Please ensure that you are making contact with your first sergeant to ensure that they have your orders.
I heard those are pretty good meals.
I heard they were fabulous, actually. For those who didn't order, you can continue to go to Halverson Hall for takeout only. I would ask, though, that you be mindful of the queues that may occur at the DFAC because they have limited entrance with restrictions of personnel that are allowed at any one time. If you choose so, there are a couple of options at the food court. Currently on the weekend, only Charlie's and Popeyes is open.
So, as Chief said, don't crowd the DFAC, don't crowd the shopette, don't crowd the BX, don't crowd the commissary. You're not restricted from any of those areas, but let's just be good neighbors, let's be good tenants, and let's be respectful to social distance and, not large gatherings of people, things like that. So let's be smart about that, please. Our unpaid orders, unfortunately, have gone up a little bit. So let's continue to work on those, but the good thing is the vouchers continue to drop a little bit. So again, let's continue to work on those things in addition to the training items that you need to get taken care of during the UTA. So for this UTA, we will have the IG, the EO office, and the Director of Public Health will all be present on the UTA should anybody need to talk to any of those professionals, all right? So here's the policy or the procedures, I guess, that we will follow for the July UTA.
So first and foremost, if you are sick, stay home.
We don't need anybody sick coming to base, all right? So every time you're leaving your residence, if you're coming out on Friday or Saturday, or if you're leaving your hotel room on Friday or Saturday, I guess, or Sunday, you're going to scan this QR code that we're going to be provided, just like we did this last UTA, and you'll answer a quick, short questionnaire, take your temperature if you're able to, and then you can. The questionnaire will tell you if you can proceed to base or not. So if your temperature is over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, do not travel to base and contact your unit. So if you're not able to take your temperature, we will take it for you, but we'll cover that in a second. Chief, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So members, as we said earlier, may travel to base via motor vehicle, train, or commercial airlines. Those traveling via commercial transportation must use PPE when they travel.
Most airlines are requiring that now anyway,
yes, sir.
So the whole time you fly. So members will proceed from their home of record to JBMDL by the most direct means, only stopping for essential breaks like gas or food. So ensure you're wearing a face mask when you enter the base. Face mask should comply with Air Force guidance and will not display any offensive or derogatory words or symbols, all right? It should just be a plain face mask that you've seen lots of people wear, all right?
If for some reason you are turned away at the gate, please be professional with the defenders and follow their instructions. Then contact your unit leadership after leaving base.
So after entering the base, proceed by the most direct route to your unit, where you will have your temperature taken at the primary entrance before you enter the building. All right, we're going to do it once before you come into the day, and then we're going to be done with it.
All required lodging will be off base. There is no on-base lodging this UTA. Please use the ALRS app to secure your lodging reservation.
So, good news also, the on-base barber is now open, so those members that may be looking a little shaggy or haven't had a haircut in a while, they can get that taken care of, and we would expect that too. So folks, these procedures that we're following, are they cumbersome? Yes, I'll be the first to admit, yes, they're cumbersome. This is kind of the new normal, and we're trying to set up a habit pattern so that we follow the same protocol every time, and we keep you safe and keep your families safe, right?
Yes, sir. So you are our most valuable asset. So we want to continue to do everything that we can to protect you while continuing to stay mission ready.
I can't say that enough. Chief is right. those airplanes sitting back there, even though they're expensive, they're not as valuable as you are. All right? So we want to make sure that you're taken care of. So Chief and I wanted to wish all you and your families and friends a happy 4th of July. We hope that you get outside a little bit. We hope you throw some food on the grill and have a great time enjoying your family and friends. And we look forward to seeing as many of you as possible in the July UTA in a short week and a half away.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, folks. Take care, Freedom Wing.